Well, it didn't take long, but I've already passed 1,000 miles on my odometer in my Tesla. And so far, most things have been fine. We'll see what my energy usage looks like when things get warmer out. Although it's looking like 277 watt hours per mile is going to be my consistent consumption because I'm doing mostly highway driving. But yeah, charging's been pretty straightforward. It's charging right now, as you can see on the screen, at 22 miles an hour. I'm plugged into a 30 amp circuit that I can draw 24 amps on at 240 volts at 82% right now. So, car will be done charging here in an hour, give or take. It's usually fairly accurate on what time it estimates. And there's been no issues with the interior. Everything inside's been fine so far. As you may or may not be able to tell, there we go. Car is due for a good cleaning. I should probably do that today. It's warmer out. The front's actually stayed pretty clean. The only issues I've had so far is something squeaking down there in the HVAC system. It's more noticeable when it's really cold, but it's starting to do it now in regular ambient temperatures. So I don't know what to think about that. When the mobile service guy comes out, I am going to ask him about the alignment of the headlights. I don't have a piece of paper handy, but I know like on this one here, if I try to slide a piece of paper through there, this light is rubbing on this body panel. So hard to say what that means. Maybe nothing. I don't know what these are supposed to look like. Otherwise, alignment-wise and paint-wise, the car has been fine. I haven't noticed anything notable. One thing that has been noticed that hasn't acted up recently, but this particular brake light likes to fog up about right around here. So I don't know what to think about that. And yeah, it's just, the poor car is filthy. Tire pressure's kind of gone all over the place with the weather. I think the lowest it got was 36 psi when it was in the sub-zero temperatures. I was going to air them up, but now that it's warmed up, they're back towards 42. They probably could use 2 pounds of pressure because I think the manual recommends 42 psi's. So we'll see what happens there. And I think so far I've been able to refrain from grinding my rims on anything. That's really been my biggest fear when driving, is getting too close to something. I've been told that basically every Tesla on the road has ground its rims once or twice, so we will see if I can avoid that from becoming a reality. Luckily, most of the time when I'm parking, it's either here where it's lots of open space around my car, or it's at home where there's lots of open space around my car. I do find that I like backing in better because when I back my car in, the camera will show me what's behind it. I don't have the ultrasonic sensors, which is kind of a shame. So I don't have any measurements. Because I think on my friend's Performance Model Y, that was late 2020 model, his has the sensors, and then when he backs up the stuff, it shows like how many inches he is away from something. So something I'm really trying to be careful about is when I'm pulling in to a parking spot, if there's a curb, most of the time my car is going to sit low enough where the front cowling will probably grind on the curb or get damaged. So I've been extremely cautious about that. I have found that I can avoids some of that if there's lines painted on the parking spot next to the car, and I can kind of try to guesstimate how far I am based on where the lines align with the back of my car. But beyond that, yeah, I don't like pulling into parking spots. So, who knows? It has been great though, like if I'm going to the grocery store and it's straight line parking, not diagonal, because I can pull up the camera view and I'll just pull through, and then I'll use the camera view to kind of line up, figure out how far my back is from the center line, and then how I line up between the lines. Otherwise, the only other issue I've had with the car is I lost my autopilot capabilities for 2 days for reasons that are beyond me. The software update seems to have fixed that, and it hasn't acted up since. It has kind of freaked out about this camera, claiming that there's poor visibility, and I don't know why. Tesla support did remote diagnostics, and they said they found no issues, and they suggested that the camera might be dirty or low light. And I don't think it's an issue of being dirty because the camera's kind of recessed, so everything kind of goes up and over it. And there's even a little lip here that probably like further helps to launch stuff away from the camera. Probably not gonna be able to show what the camera looks like from a cleanliness standpoint. There we go. But yeah, it's fairly clean looking. Everything seems to do a fairly good job of avoiding the camera, but I don't know. It's just this one that gets upset sometimes, and then if I'm driving home, I'll get like a warning message popping up nonstop on my screen. That's kind of distracting. But I've really enjoyed driving the car, and haven't really had any major issues. Hopefully, the only thing I have to worry about is just general service, like standard maintenance stuff, washer fluid and tire rotations. I should probably print off the part of the manual that tells me what my maintenance cycle is for the car, so I don't forget. I don't know if they void warranties over that kind of stuff, so I don't want to find out the hard way. But yeah, and really my only regret at this point is just not waiting a little bit longer. I mean, there's no way to predict the future, although with how the whole year is gone, seems like everything that I've bought at the wrong time at the wrong price. So it's kind of whatever. I just kind of have to get over the fact that I could have saved what basically would have been another $4,000 if I would have waited 12 more days to get my car. Yeah. So, oh well, it's whatever. Hopefully in the long run, it'll make up for itself. I think I should still be on track for saving about $3,000 a year between fuel and maintenance. And I'm kind of predicting that I'll probably hold on to this car for 3 years. And I'm hoping by the time 3 years passes, something better will be out there that'll be more suitable for my business. Although, given enough time, I may end up just sticking with this. There's no way I could afford to own 2 electric vehicles though. So if a nice electric van or truck comes out, odds are I probably will end up selling my Tesla and whatever other work vehicle I have and consolidating down to one. And it really would be nice to just have one vehicle. I have 3 vehicles for myself right now, and it's kind of annoying because each vehicle serves a different purpose, and I have to remember to drive each vehicle every so often. And basically, my personal pickup truck, I hardly ever drive that other than for personal use, and then sometimes when I need a truck for work. The van used to be my main driving vehicle because it got the best fuel economy. Well, I really don't need the van right now. I'm not hauling anything, and the cab, I mean, it's been great for all my shipping and stuff. On the lighter days, I can fit everything under the little cargo cover. And on the busier days, I just flop the back seats down and fill the whole back of the car with boxes. Also, on a side note, something funny I figured out. Since the floor is not very grippy, one thing I've been doing is if usually when I'm shipping like UPS and FedEx, and I usually end up stopping by UPS first. So I'll put the UPS stuff in the back, and then the FedEx stuff towards the front. And once I'm done at UPS, I got all this space here because, well, I took all the boxes out of my car that were going to UPS. And this thing has enough pep where you just give it a little acceleration and just kind of casually, push the boxes a little bit towards the back. They don't have to reach as far to unload. But yeah, I don't know. It's been interesting, and hopefully I continue to enjoy it. We'll see if any other weird issues come up, but I'm fairly hopeful that I won't really run into anything else. This is a Texas build, so it doesn't have all the Fremont issues. But hopefully that's interesting, and thanks for watching.